97.9, 105.5 KISS FM. It's Big Poppa in the morning. In the studio, the very lovely Taryn Southern. Good morning. How are you?
Oh, you're very sweet. Not so lovely this early in the morning because I'm still on LA time.
All right. Well, think about this. Okay, I'm used to like me in the morning. Okay,
You look beautiful.
And honestly, when I went to leave my apartment this morning, I was going for beautiful. So the fact that like you caught that and gave it back to me, I
Your
definitely,
eyes are shiny and wide. I'm just like, that's the sound of my eyes trying to open.
Well, I'm sorry. What was,
yeah.
Oh, so it's like an automatic like car door opener and garage door opener.
Exactly.
It's just not working.
Yep. No, you know it's bad when I'm drinking Dunkin' Donuts espresso shots, just straight up.
I'm serious. I'm actually surprised you don't have it like intravenously, like going like right into your arm at this point.
That would be a fabulous idea.
So Taryn Southern, the new single "Crush" is now out. We're playing it here on KISS FM. You can get it on iTunes. TarynSouthern.com is the website. I don't know much about you.
Yep.
And of course that's why you're doing.
Shame on you.
Well, I'll tell you what. Well, here's the thing. I'm a smart cookie because there's something called Google, and so what do? I Google that stuff.
You know I have a song on iTunes called "Just Google That." Stuff.
Yeah. Well, I do now, and that's the thing. And this is how I've described you. Okay, and I'm calling you like the Jenna Marbles of song.
That's amazing. Can I quote that? Can I quote you on that?
Absolutely.
That is going to be my tweet of the day.
Absolutely, because I think that's fair because you're absolutely gorgeous and beautiful and sexy and damn, even though you're you're still on
intravenously
LA time,
trying to
even though you got Dunkin' Donuts coffee going straight into your arm right now.
Yep.
But the fact is, you're also the cool chick and like talking about stuff that like hot girls aren't supposed to. You keep it real.
I'm also the person you really want to keep away from your kids. Poor little children.
I'm afraid to.
Thank you.
I'm afraid to ask why. Taryn.
No, I literally had 3 people tweet me this yesterday. They were like, "I love you, Taryn, but you will never meet my children." And I was like, "What?
Wow,
that's amazing.
Wow.
That's amazing." And that's just from this song, "Crush." Imagine if they listened to the other one.
Jeez, I'm a little scared right now.
No, but thank you. The Jenna Marbles thing is I think that's a very funny comparison. I've never heard that one.
I think it's fair, and I think that once people Google that on you and check you out and start listening to your stuff and see your stuff on YouTube, all of a sudden it's gonna make sense because you're fun and cool and stuff and yeah, like wow, damn.
You are so sweet.
No,
gosh.
No, here's the thing. I'm honest. There's a difference. There's a difference between blowing smoke and being honest. And here's the thing. I'm not trying to hook up with you. So everything that's the honesty thing right there.
Well, thank you very much.
And the fact is that there's talent involved as well because obviously you wouldn't be here. You got guitar in hand. We'll do we'll do a little song a little bit later on.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
I'm gonna get those vocal cords warmed up. So
and again, coffee. That's what's up. All right, so
you did do your homework.
Well, yeah.
They're all like, "What is he talking about?"
No, it's all about the coffee and it's all about the research. Yeah. The one time I didn't do research on somebody, I got thrown Neo by in like 2 seconds. Hey, I have Neo for you. Can you take him right now?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. I spent 8 minutes like kissing his ass, and I haven't lived that interview down ever. All of a sudden, like he's my gay crush, and I'm going to marry him. And I got roasted for charity, and my program director,
and it was it.
My program director, Sean, was on the panel. He did like 8 minutes on my interview with Neo. And now anybody who was at that roast, anytime Neo is on TV, Neo is on the radio, I get text messages, I get tweets. Your boyfriend Neo's on American Idol. Oh, it's awful.
Well, at least he's a cool dude. He probably took it well.
Awful. Well, that's what she said.
That's what he said.
Taryn Southern, Crush is now on iTunes. Hit TarynSouthern.com for all the details on that.
Thank you.
So talk to me about your journey because because everyone's journey, it's one of those, well, it's overnight. It's not one bit. You've been all over the place, little by little gaining momentum and doing this, that, and the other. Talk to me about like your journey as far as how this goes.
The longest journey of all time for someone in their 20s.
Is it kind of like Bruce Banner after he turns into the Incredible Hulk and he's got that like
worse,
that walk of shame at the end where he's just like by himself and it's got that sad music in the background.
Pretty much. You're like, how am I still here? How am I still plugging away, still doing this? Yeah, no, when I was 17, I started doing musical theater growing up. I grew up in Kansas, Wichita, so smaller town. And then when I was 17, I auditioned for American Idol and made it to the finals. And so my freshman year of college was spent me flying back and forth from Miami, where I went to school, to LA. And I had never performed in front of a live audience before. And I was basically cutting my teeth in front of a international audience.
Right.
And completely forgot my lyrics like 3 rounds in a row because I was so terrified. And Paula and Simon and Randy kept letting me through to the next round. And finally they were just like, there's nothing we can do. The only thing that we can do is just tell you to go to a bunch of karaoke bars and get it out of your system. And so that was the end of my performing career. American Idol, 2003. And
peace.
Yeah, I was just like, never again will I do this. I went and I studied anthropology, and then somehow I ended up on the dark side of entertainment. That sounded really bad. I didn't really end up on the dark side of entertainment.
Wow.
I just I moved to LA to start entertainment hosting, which I always call the dark side of entertainment.
Entertainment
because then you're
hosting.
just talking about everyone else, right? Like doing like the e-news type of stuff.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I started working as basically an entertainment reporter,
right?
And did that for a couple years. Started acting again, and then discovered this thing called YouTube in 2007. And I put out my first YouTube video, which was a video called "Hot for Hillary," which was a satire during the presidential elections.
And that went huge for you.
A love song, for Hillary Clinton. And I did that for fun, and it ended up getting me on Hardball and Good Morning America and all these crazy things. And then they wanted me to perform, and I was like, no, not again.
I'll forget the lyrics.
Oh, Vices. I think I did forget the lyrics on Hardball. I performed the song live on Hardball with Chris Matthews. Like, who
does that?
Who performs on Hardball? But I realized at that point in time that there was this amazing vehicle that didn't exist even 2 years before that artists could use to have their stuff seen by millions of people potentially. And it took me a little while to jump on the YouTube bandwagon completely. I started doing a lot of TV acting and kind of getting wrapped up in that. But I would always make YouTube videos as a hobby. And then finally last year I was like, let's do this. Like, I'm going to make YouTube videos every single week. And I realized that music is something that's really important to me and that I love, and that it would be silly not to integrate that into what I'm doing all the time. So that's why when you said the Gin and Marbles of song, I thought that was really funny because I do comedy songs, but I'm also doing more serious. And it all has a sense of humor, right?
Absolutely.
It all has a sense of humor, but Crush would be like my first more serious track, and it's just been awesome being able to get back into music in this very weird roundabout way.
But that's what makes it cool. Again, we're talking to Taryn Southern. Crush out now. Get it on iTunes. Go to TarynSouthern.com for all the details. But that's what makes it cool, because it's not like, I'm a struggling artist. You're kind of making your way and finding your way. And like with me, I've always been like, okay, here's kind of what I want to do. But at the same time, when there's an opportunity in front of me, I make the best decision of what's in front, like the best educated decision. And so I go with this. And then, okay, well, then I'll go with this. And next thing I know, I just kind of find myself here through kind of hard work and, not being a DB. And all of a sudden, hi, ta-da, here I am. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with you. You're doing your thing and still having fun. And if you can find, this is something I always tell, like when I go to like the school talks and stuff like that, if you can find something that you love to do, it doesn't feel like work.
Right. Oh, it still feels like work.
This
morning it felt like work. No, I'm just kidding.
This morning, before we started talking, it felt like work. Now you're fine. Now once we started talking, you're fine. But as you were getting here, you're just like,
no, it doesn't
early.
though.
And this dude's name is Big Poppa. Oh, no.
I think that's an awesome name. I want to know what my DJ name would be.
Well, obviously it's Taryn Southern. Hello.
That's not fun.
Well, yeah, it is. hello.
No, but it's
duh.
true. If you love it, it doesn't feel like work. It's always going to be hard, though. Like,
Right.
you never. I'm like, some of these kids, they get out of school and they've been like coddled by their parents and said like, you will make it, you will do anything you want, and then they just wait for someone to call them.
And then there's
like,
a sense of entitlement, if you will.
Yeah.
Everyone's got that sense of entitlement. No one has that sense of, hey, I have to earn this.
Yes.
And that's the one thing, if you want it, you have to go in, you got to jump in and put in long hours and not get paid much and work your way up and earn your stripes, if you will. And that's what hard work is. It's not just going to be like, oh, you have a degree, here's your good paying job.
We should do an after school special together.
Oh, you know what? That'd be awesome. See, now you have something for your next YouTube video.
I do.
See?
I already know what it's going to be.
I
Teaching these kids things.
I saw the light bulb go out over your head. Taryn Southern in studio. Crush now out on iTunes. Hit up TarynSouthern.com. What's your Twitter?
Taryn Southern.
Duh.
I keep it straight across all forms of social media.
That's what's
Instagram,
up.
Facebook, all of it.
That's mine too. Big Poppa CNY.
Big Poppa CNY. I'm going to follow you after this.
Well, I'm going to follow you like right now. All right.
Oh my gosh, perfect.
All right, we're going to break. Come back. Taryn Southern in studio here on KISS FM.